Hi guys and welcome back to my channel. Apologies for my face, it has been on quite a while. Yeah, anyway, so today's video is my year-long makeup empties. I'm quite excited for this because it's my first time filming this on YouTube. However, I did it on Instagram for like 2 years before that. So I've kept all of my makeup products. So the structure of this video is going to be that I have actually got all my numbers from the last 3 years, but we'll only go back as far as last year. So I'm going to go through category by category, show you, say it's foundations and I have one of this. So like this is one foundation and then see how much I've used last year, compare the two. At the end then I'm going to say show you the total amount of products, the total amount of monetary value, and can just compare it to last year. Kind of gives me a rough idea to see how much I use in a year, and I noticed that it's kind of funny because the categories vary from year to year, so it's not even consistent. But anyway, let's just get into it. It could be kind of long. The videos at the end of the year are kind of long. Oh well, I still do. I love watching them anyway. It's just weird when you're the one filming it. Anyway, let's get into it. Right, so I've got a notebook and I've got a calculator just in case, because I know that we've got some Europeans in the house. So that's euros, Canadians and Americans that I am aware of. So I'm just going to go by those three currencies. Okay. So for the year of 2018, I used up 4 lipsticks and that added up to €38.89. And I'm going to insert on the screen also going forward the US dollars and Canadian amount as well, just for reference. And this year I used up 5 lipsticks. So I actually used up an additional lipstick this year. So that added up to €55.87. So I actually used more this year than last year. And these are the lipsticks. So I used up Pink Thrills by Benefit, and it is the one with the little lip liner in it. So pink lipsticks is not generally something I normally wear, or I'm comfortable wearing, but I was really surprised by the formula of this and I quite enjoyed it. So I wouldn't repurchase this. I enjoy the formula, it's nothing wrong with it, but it didn't speak to me, but it didn't. So I won't repurchase this. I'm also, I don't know if I mentioned at the beginning, but out of all of the products, I'm going to count how many of them I actually would repurchase, or if I have. The second one I finished was, look at this, it's after leaking. It is the Rimmel Superstay 24-hour colour. So it had a liquid lip and it had a primer on one side. What colour is it like? Does it have a colour on it? 615 Soft Taupe. So this actually, I took the stopper out, hence the leaking. So there you go. And there you go. Oh my god, it's a liquid lip. I lied in my other videos saying I never finished a liquid lip. But anyway, I finished this. I really enjoyed the colour of it, but I really detested the formula. This lip primer, just like a lip balm, was nice. I don't see the purpose of buying a lip primer. Is it not the same as a lip balm? But anyway, I finished this. I really liked the colour, really did not like the formula, so I won't be buying it again. The third lipstick is an Avon one, and this one is in Iced Spice. This was a Cool Tone Brown. I don't think you can see. Cool Tone Brown is a really nice formula. I really, really liked this. I was actually surprised by how much I liked it. It was really comfortable, really lovely colour. Kind of a bluish hue. Like brown with a bluish hue. I liked it, but I won't repurchase because Avon is not cruelty free also. But I really did like it. Another Avon lipstick I finished. I seem to prioritise my oldest lipsticks of the last couple of years. These are them. This is in Woodland. It was a purple. I wonder, can I get anything? That's the colour of it there. It's actually kind of nice. It's definitely expired now. Thank God I finished it, because the smell is overpowering of like Crayola. Does anyone know what that is? Yeah, Crayola. No, I wouldn't buy that again. And then the fifth lipstick was one from Next, which if you're in the US, I don't know if that is everywhere, but it's a clothing brand and they have some makeup as well, or at least they did. This one is in the shade Bronze. You can see a theme here of brown, can't you? So this is like what it says, it's a bronze. Comfortable formula, kind of dry, wouldn't get it again because it had an orange undertone and I don't really like that on my skin, especially against my teeth because I don't want them to look more yellow. This next category is a bit crazy for me. So last year I finished 3 lip glosses and that added up to $29.95 but in euros. But this year, guys, this year I finished 14 lip glosses from scratch. Now I'm just gonna tell you the monetary value before. So those 14 lip glosses added up to €127.03. So I used up €127.03. I hope that I have on the screen the other figures. The reason why is 8 of those lip glosses, 9 of those lip glosses are minis. But I removed the stopper from them all. So I used all of them. So the first one I used up is a Chanel lip gloss. I'm not sure if it's real or not, but it's a Chanel one. Never had the shade on it. It's a pink. On your lips, it was like way too light pink. It was lighter than this. I didn't like it. I wouldn't get it again. It was also really sticky. This one has 10 mils in it, and it was Avon Color Trend, a pink one in Angel. This has a doe foot in it. It was actually really nice. It was a pink, again, like it was a nice lip gloss, but I wouldn't get it again. Not cruelty free. This lip gloss was the longest one in the whole year that it took me. It's an Avon one. My mom gave it to me. Not sure the name of it now, but I think there's 11 mils in this, I think. This is not, this is opaque packaging as far as I'm aware. That's a marking. And I can't get any more stopper out of it. It was a purple brown. I didn't like it. It was really thick. Well, it was just too thick. It was more like you wouldn't wear lipstick under. It wasn't like, for me, I wear a lipstick and then a lip gloss on top, and this kind of was its own colour, if you get me. So no, wouldn't get it again. All of these, I wouldn't get again. €127 worth. I've used up, thankfully, I got my money's worth, but wouldn't get again. This next full-size lips gloss is another Avon one, Glazewear Duo Reflect, 6 mils, made in Poland. This is Bronzed and Beautiful. This was in kind of an orangey lip gloss, and I would not get it again either. Didn't really like it. It was quite sticky. Your hair would stick into it. I removed the stopper, got everything I could get out of it. No. Another full-size lip gloss is the Isadora lip gloss moisturizing with jojoba oil. There was 6 mils in it, or 20.20 fluid ounces. It said it's made in Sweden. This was a brown clear lip gloss, actually quite nice. I'm not sure if Isadora is cruelty free. I wouldn't bother getting it again. Like, if I wanted a brownie one, it was nice, but like not enough for me to go out of my way. Like, I find that I either try something entirely new, unless it's just so unnaturally nice to me, then I'll buy it again, if that makes sense. So no. So last year I used up 5 primers, and that was €63.13, which is actually a really good amount to use up. But this year I only used up 1, and it was the NYX primer, and it was $14.50. Get it? It was this one here. So I used this one up, the no filter one. I didn't like it. It was 25 mils, 0.84 fluid ounces. I went through it, didn't really like it. It was meant to be a silicone one. It pilled up my makeup on top of it. I did not like it. I wouldn't get it again. And the reason why I only use a $14.50 is because I'm using this one. So this is actually the man's post-shave sensitive balm. It's only €3 or €4. I think it's 6 full price, and there's 100 mils in it. And because you need so little of it, I'm nearly finished, but I've been using it every single time I've worn makeup all year. So it actually saved me money by using this. Last year I used up 3 mascaras, and that was $48.99 on mascaras last year. So that was 3. And then this year I used up 3 as well, and that brought it to 35. So I used up the same amount of mascaras both times. I finished 2 Soap and Glory ones, the Thick and Fast. So this, I might as well just show you one of the same. So I didn't pay for them, so technically, because I got them as a gift from Mum and Dad and Pork. So it is a brush tip. It does lengthen your eyelashes, gives them a lot of volume, but it does transfer onto your lids. For me, it did anyway. So I wouldn't bother buying them again, but I did like them. And then this one, which I would get again, is the W7 Absolute Lashes. It's about €5 or €6. It has a brush, like a plastic bristle brush. Really gets up in there, and I really, really like it. I don't know where it is to get it again, but I would if I could. Last year I only used up 1 concealer, and it was €3.49 worth. Whereas this year I actually used up 2. So this year I actually used up €25.09 worth. I actually used up one of the concealers as 2 years in a row. So the one that I used up 2 years in a row is this Catrice potted one in 010 Ivory. I really like this. I have one more. I used to use it to set down my colour correct my eye and fix my eyebrows and fix everywhere. Really like it. I will continue to repurchase because I really like it. It's the camouflage cream, but I don't need to repurchase it right now, so no. The other one, the more expensive one, was the Urban Decay Naked Skin. Is that what it's called? In peach. Now, at the time when I finished it up, I said I didn't want to repurchase it because it like did not cover the blue under my eye, but I've said in a video, I don't know if it's already up, that since I've changed my skin care routine, my bags are not that, the blue, like it's not that bad. But no, I won't repurchase. Last year I used up a tenner worth of pigments, so 2 of them. I used up 2 full pigments. That was €10. And then this year I used up 2 pigments. That was $4.40. But so I used up 2 pigments and they were full MAC little pots. One was in melon, one was in vanilla. So I used up these 2. These are actually full because my friend worked there and filled them. Last year for eye bases or primers, I used up €27.30. There was 2 of them. Whereas this year I used up just one, like this sample set, and it was €3.08. Like I just worked it out based on the grams in it because there was loads in it. Loads. So I tried the original, the Eden, the Sin, and the anti-aging. I only liked the original and the Eden, the other 2. Like this Sin one was very pink, shimmery, and like creamy, like moussey, and I didn't like it at all. And the anti-aging was just so-so. Didn't really, I don't know why it's called anti-aging. But anyway, I wouldn't bother. Last year I didn't keep a tally of lip balm, but this year I used up 4 and it was €12. So I used up €12 worth of lip balm. And these are lows. I got them in little. So this is the Cyan Care. They are like, taste like licorice. It's a really good moisturizing balm. It's not good if your lips are really, really, really dry and chapped, but I put them on before I do my makeup and it does the job, and sometimes around the house depending on how much it is. You get 3, how dry they are. You get 3 in a set. I will continue to repurchase them. I'm not like bold, I just buy them when I need them. This one is the Cyan Shiny Pearl. It's a little pink one. It's exactly like the Nivea one that makes your lips pink. Just a subtle satin pink. It's really nice. I prefer these over these for no reason other than the colour. Last year I used up 2 lip liners and it was €9.79, so €9.79 worth. Whereas this year I used up 3, and this year I used up €16.47. So I actually did better this year than last year. So what did I use? And these are the 3. So I'd only repurchase one, but I don't need to because I already have it. It is the NYX lip liner in Nude Beige. It's a cool tone brownie nude. Worked well for my skin tone and it works under anything. So I really like it. It's my second favourite lip liner in my collection. First favourite is Rimmel Cappuccino, and I used up one last year and many years as well. But it's not cruelty free and I don't know a dupe for it. These 2 I would not get again. They're from L'Oreal. One is Bois de Rose and one is Nude, what's it called? Lord, what is it called? Beige Nude. They go down too quickly. Like they just break when you sharpen them. They go in less than a month. Waste of money. Glad I know that now so I didn't buy any more. Last year I went crazy on brow products. I used up 5 brow products and that was €98.99. Nearly €100 worth of brow. Just your brows, €100 to keep them there for the year. Oh my god. This year I only finished one thing for my brows and I'm not mad about it because I don't have crazy brow stuff. And what I finished was this sleek kit in light. It's the brow kit. So it had a pomade on one side and a powder on the other. It was only 12 or 13 euros. It's really good. I would recommend it, but for me personally, I use a pomade and an eyeshadow and my Catrice pencil that I've been using every day all year that I've done my makeup, and it just lasts only 3 or 4 euros. So I'm just going to stick to those products because it's so much cheaper and lasts me longer. Whereas this did last 3 years, but the pomade didn't. But it is really good and I would recommend it for the product itself being good and lasting for a long time. So last year I used up one bronzer. It was the Hoola bronzer. That took me like 13 months to finish. It was a full size and it was 34 euros. So 34 euros last year. This year I used up, it says I've used up 2, but like there was 3 pans, so 5. But only one of them was 2 of them were a powder. So how much was it? €20.19 this year. Even though like I'm more focused on the pans I use versus the value, because like some things are more expensive but you still have more quantity. So I'll show you what I finished. The thing I finished is another one of those pans here from that big kit that I showed you earlier. So this was a really shimmery bronze that it was so dark for my skin. I use it as an eyeshadow and like my collar like here and down the middle of my leg, but like obviously not often because it's really crappy weather in Ireland, so it predominantly is an eyeshadow. The next one I finished is this cream one, 3 creams in this sleek contour kit in light. So I finished the 3 up here, really liked them. I wouldn't bother getting it again, but I thought in the end that this was actually really handy to bring to work to make my own shades. So lastly and most exciting was the Physician Formula Butter Bronzer in light. It has 11 grams or 0.38 ounces. I've since repurposed it and pressed a blush in, but I hit pan on this organically. I wasn't even trying to pan it. And then I tried to pan it towards the end, but I really liked it. I think I got through it so quickly because the shade was so incredibly light. This product I finished, I think, towards the start of the year, like first half of the year. And I was like, no, do not buy it. You know, you have so much stuff in your collection. I bought it Black Friday. I just could not deal. I really, like there's about 2. I'm going to show you how many products at the end, but there's very few that I'd actually repurchase. And this one obviously is one that I have repurchased. Last year I finished 4 highlighters and that was €47.04. That's actually so good because like one of them was the MAC Soft and Gentle. 2 of them were creams. 3 of them were creams and then the MAC Soft and Gentle. So that was last year and that was really good. Whereas this year I didn't do so well. I finished 1, so that's great. I'm happy once I finish 1 of everything. But it was the sleek, so it was €4.50. Not great. So this palette here. Sorry if I'm blinding you, it's broke. It's the Sleek Solstice palette. It's really popular. So I finished this shade over here, which is a gold white. I didn't quite finish the orange, but it was $4.50. So I still finished 1, but it was only like 2 or 3 grams. It's not that much, but it still took me so long. I didn't do great, but like I was using other highlighters a lot this year. So at least I rotated and actually used stuff as well. So I find that I like prioritize that and then don't finish anything else. Last year I finished 1 blush. It was a cream blush and it was €26 and it was from Tarte. This year I also finished 1 blush, but it was a powder, so I'm more proud of that one, and it was €12.50 and it was from number 7 and it's in the shade Soft Down, so it's a beautiful shade. It is a matte pink, like mauve, like a dark pink. It goes with everything. Look at that. I'm so happy for finishing a blush. Impossible. So 1 blush each year, that's good. Well, it's not good considering how many I have, but it's good that I finished 1. So I don't have a tally last year for setting sprays because I didn't finish any because my skin was a lot more oily than what it is. This year I finished, than what it is now. This year I finished 3 with €75 worth of setting sprays. Mother of God. So here we go. This is the MAC Fix Plus. So I'm going to put this in my Back to MAC bag. I wouldn't get it again because I didn't really like the mister. I like the product. Didn't like the mister and I can't get it out. I thought once I only owned this one that I liked it until I tried another one that I'm going to show you. It was €22. It's not like it's I put it on before my makeup. I put it on to make my powdery face melt together nicely, and I refreshed my face and sprayed my brush. So I like the purpose of it, but I prefer another product over it. So no. This one, however, this is, and that's not cruelty free. This is cruelty free. It's from Pixie. How much is this one? This is the Vitamin Wake Up Mist. It has 80 mils in it. 2.7 fluid ounces. This one is really nice. It smells like Super Split. Do you remember Super Splits? Oh, the mist. I hope there's something to look at. No, it's spraying now. The mist on this was really, really nice. And I paired this with the Ulla Hendrickson, like the orange set. Really fantastic. I'm definitely getting this one again. This one I will get again, but not yet. And if I do get it again, it'll be a small travel size. It's the Urban Decay All Nighter. 180 mils or 4 fluid ounces. I would only use this going somewhere like a wedding or somewhere you really want your face to stay on, because it's like hair. I used up no lip scrub last year, but I used up 1 this year. So €7.76. It was the only one I had. I will get it again. It's from Lush. It's in Popcorn. Ooh, it's very sweet. I actually need this in the winter time because my lips peel. So I need to get a lip scrub again, and I did like this one. Last year I used up 3 foundations and that was €71.20 worth, whereas this year I only used up the 1, which was 30, how much is it? €35, and it's the Urban Decay All Nighter in the shade 1. This is way too full coverage for where my tastes are at, and even if I liked full coverage, the application is too inconsistent to the point where you'd actually, when it goes bad, you'd have to remove your makeup because it balls up on your face, separates as you're applying it, not later. It looks terrible. But then some days it looks so amazing. But I think the reason why I used up less foundation this year is because my taste changed to a lighter, more natural finish. And I've been using the Tarte CC cream pretty much the whole year after this. And I like it. And I've only 4 foundations in my collection now, so I don't mind. But only relative to what I used to have. I wouldn't recommend this even if you liked full coverage because it's just too inconsistent, and it's thicker than anything I've ever used, but it's not consistent for me. So there we go. So last year I used up 53 makeup products. That was €582.87. But this year I used up 66 makeup products. That was €689.29. Now, I'm not, like, I like to see the value just to see how much that's going out of my collection, but I'm more excited to see the number of pans or products of 66, because that's 66 items that I paid for or got that are in the drawers that have been used and have moved out. Because if you have 2 blushes and one is 5 and one is 39, then you're going to try and use the 39 one, but like there's still 2 blushes, so I'm happy that the 2 are gone. Doesn't matter if there's 2 of them are 5 or 2 of them are 70, as long as the 2 are gone. So 66 is amazing. I'm really happy with that, and sorry if I'm quieter, it's because we've got company and I hate filming in front of people. Thanks so much for watching. Happy Christmas, and I'll see you next time.